السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The brother and sister, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all of you back with your Fatwa Life that comes to you from Mishka Center. This is the first part that comes to you the 11th of September of may Allah liberty to us and good health. The first question: can the wife have the right who is serving her husband and he has a disease that require a special taking care of and put a lot of effort to take care of him, that she will take a fee for it from his own specific money? He has Alzheimer. It'll be like a loan on him. It will be for her. So if the salary that the husband is giving to his wife is not enough, and she spent for her own money, that other money from her part, well, officially each partner should be taking care of his other partner in marriage with goodness, with love and harmony, not about money and service and stuff like that. Because Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in the Quran, He defined the relationship between the husband and wife of forgiveness, and help each other, not on the commercial way that is built in the market. The woman should take care of her husband inside in goodness, and the husband is supposed to spend on his wife and take care of her rights as it is required on him when he is unhealthy, to do the same. The inner service is on the hand of the wife and outside on the husband. But that relationship on harmony, on goodness, the husband might do some house chores just like the Prophet ﷺ did, as we all know. When he is in his house, he serves his family and he serves himself. He sews his clothes and he fixes shoes and he wash and clean just like anybody. And the wife can take care of some the outside work, like if he did not take care of and he could not buy the stuff that it needed, she could do it. It's not a battle. It's not about counting how many pennies you're spending. It should be a relationship of harmony, of love and giveness. The best among you is the best among you to his family, and I'm the best to my family. But if the disease require a special care, like the nurses does on the in some cases, that is not required on the wife as a part of the contract. And if he has money, he should be taken from his money who's going to take care of himself. But if they agreed that she will do it with money, if he is unaware, if he don't know, he don't have capacity, then she can take money for her part of taking care of it, because that's an additional part or chores that she's taking care of. Take care of his health. In summary, what comes within the normal service between the husband and wife, you should not be asking for money for it. But what goes beyond, and this require like the professional nursing, if they agree, she can take. It is, but if she is more honorable and with the high manners and character, that is much better for her, more rewarding by Allah Azza wa Jal, and the reward of Allah is everlasting than the reward that you could get in this life. Goodness does not is not wasted. Not what you do for the sake of Allah. The son of Adam will say, my money, my money. He got nothing from his money except what he ate and wasted, or he wore and wasted, or he gave charity and kept. So may Allah give love and harmony and peace and tranquility in your life, my sister. A brother, he is married to a non-Muslim and she has AIDS in last stages. The hospital want to they want permission to burn the body because of the disease. And I said no, because Allah has honored the human being. He should not accept to consume the body after death. No religion that ever came with this permission. And Allah mentioned that He made the earth to take all the death after they die. And in the Quran, from the start of humanity, the son of Adam, when one of them he felt of killing his brother, and we all know the story. After he killed him, he was a month regretful, and he doesn't know what to do with the body. So Allah sent a bird to show him how to bury his son, his brother. He said, am I unable to do what this crow is doing and this bird is doing of burying the dead? And that's how Allah clarified to us what to do with the deceased, to bury them. The sunnah that the Prophet ﷺ and his companions is to bury the dead and never ever mention that they burn the body. This is humiliation to the honor that Allah has given to humanity, to mankind. And Allah has honored the son of Adam. And they are equal, those who are Muslims and non-Muslims. They all creations of Allah. The hadith of Ali ibn Abi Talib, who said, when the Abu Talib died, I came to the Prophet ﷺ. Your uncle, who are Australian, died. He said, go and bury him, and don't do something until you come to me. He said he was a disbeliever. He said, then I came to Rasulullah. He said, go and wash, and don't do anything until I came. So he did. So he came to Rasulullah. So he made dua for me. What I'm very happy. It is better than all the money. And there is no exception except the special disastrous area, the epidemic that require to the burning because of medical issues, so no spreading of the epidemic. But this is the time of ease, so we don't have that epidemic. So you are the one with the decision. You do what. If it is your choice, it is you don't allow that. The sin is on the person who make that decision, not on the one who's forced. A woman I talked to, she said, people do not die. They stay in spirit until eternity. When I said about the Quran, they misinterpreted. Did she become a disbeliever by thinking that way? The Buddhists, they said that the human being that does not die by death, but it goes from one body to another. This is something in so many other religions and philosophies of the East, like Hindus and Buddhists and others, and saying that the souls goes from one body to another. That's against Islam's belief, and all the religions that came from Allah, they all agreed that there will be resurrection after death. And then disbelievers don't believe in the hereafter. And others, like Buddhists and others, they don't believe that the person dies, they just go from one body to another. This does not, it's a contradiction with Islam. But because of the ignorance that is widespread and the little of knowledge, so those who are saying from people, do not put him that is disbeliever until you show him the evidence in the right way from her family. And we don't concerned of making rules on people, individuals. We need to save them from the hellfire, from the doubtful things, and from the urges, because to have people to repent, it is more relevant to Allah than it dies on disbelief in Him. Where the time of trials and the strange and the where the religion is strange. Our action of calling people to Islam, not to be telling to get out of Islam or to put that they are Muslim. The second question, is there a bank that is not boycotted? I need to deal with a regular bank. No, before we talk about boycott, we have to look at an Islamic bank that does not do riba, if it is exist. So the Muslims, all the Muslims, they stop from what Allah has forbidden and to help each other in goodness, not to help in riba or anything that Allah forbids. So Allah will not put the punishment on them, and they will not get a war from Allah and His Messenger. And the Islamic institutions, any institutions, financial institutions, that its core action to follow the Islamic Sharia in all its dealings, and makes its management of having an Islamic observation of all their activities. If that does not exist, then you deal with the other banks, but you need to finish any of the riba by directing it to public areas. Don't leave the interest or the you because you don't want to help them on riba, but you take it to outside sources like a goodness. So you take it to the areas that is public affairs to get rid of what is haram, not as a charity, because Allah is good, does not accept what is good. I I don't know which one is the one who is dealing with the occupying force or the West. They are part of this crime in one way or another. If there is a good freedom of buying and getting, whomever you deal with, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, good or bad, the boycott, when it is a way to protect an aggression, then it becomes from the permissible ways of taking. And sometimes it is from the obligatory part because the tools it takes the intentions. But that boycott, it has to be from the scholars and the experts, so it will be effective and it will reach its goal. And those who are in East are more capable of doing this boycott than those who are in the Western countries. Where they are all, in general, they are supporting this occupying force. In the East, there is some other alternatives. And you can replace the but the in the Western countries, most of the companies that are part of the life of people. So it will be very hard to find in different places beside big cities to find the alternative. So if it is you you take a look at the most known of its support and its complete support of the oppressor instead of the oppressed. That practice to implement that, you have to look into the scholars who could study this and they could make that decision on behalf of those who don't know. If not liking to live in the Islamic country because of the corruption that happens after getting used to the Western countries, even though you are capable of going back, is that a sin? I don't have the will to go back. My son, the person stays wherever he can be more pleasing to Allah Azza wa Jal, and he will be able to more practice his religion. So, in your stay in the West, you are more pleasing to Allah and more beneficial to the religion and to his servants. If you live in an Islamic center close to it, and your kids are getting Islamic studies, and you have a righteous wife who is taking care of the kids and follow them, and you are helping with your money some of the da'wah programs and helping those in need and helping the needy, maybe you are more beneficial um, to Allah Azza wa Jalla than if you are somewhere else. But my son, in your area, you feel you are exposed to the trials in your religion and you cannot practice your religion, that's a different issue. Because you're saying outside the Muslim countries, the ability to establish your religion, to practice your religion, to not to be tested in your religion. Whoever is incapable, then he need to go back. He need to go because Allah said, those that Allah Azza wa Jal will have the angels take them who are wrong to themselves. They said, what did you do? We were weak on earth. They will reply to, wasn't Allah's land vast enough where you could migrate, where you could move? Those are going to be punished. Those are we from men and women and kids who have no choice, who have no way. Those may Allah forgive them. And by the way, for Amja, they have a decision about staying outside the Muslim countries. In summary of what I mentioned to you, just go to our website amjaonline.org. The last question that we're going to conclude today. I made istikhara to enter that house, and I had a dream about it. I went to that house. There was, and I found the high taxes. Can we buy this that we like and leave the one that I have dream about? When was the dreams as a way for uh, it is some entertaining. You enjoy it, but not to make a rule on it. When you are awake, you look at what is beneficial for you. Consult with your husband about your choices and what is more beneficial to you from logical point of view, not from a dream. And go with the will of Allah. And leave the dream is not one source of guidance. Does not require something Allah did not accept and His Messenger. The forbidden, the permissible, the hate is not made by dreams. It goes with the rules of Allah Azza wa Jal. That is very wide and very clear. May Allah guide you and make it easy for you and your husband. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.